So you found a way to get outside the walls. What do you want from me?
I have a friend who's waiting for surgery, and I need you to get him to the front line.
That's a big ask. Difficult stuff.
Not for you.
First things first. I need to make sure this wine goes over well.
I will. I can almost taste it. Shame. My kids don't even know where mango is.
Well, maybe they'll have some one day.
My kids? Not anytime soon. Need some wine? Here. Yeah. What's wrong?
Not really my scene. No, I was cool being on the other side of this. This is your world, not mine.
Okay, just take it easy.
This is how we are half as much as well.
Oh my.
Wow. He hates you. He's a hate smile.
Translation.
I just wanted to say hi. You're very handsome today. So very welcome.
It's not my thing.
Oh, it is. Trust me.
You know, I hate these words. Kind of boring. You want to make it more interesting? Join me?
I would be honored.
Name? She's with me. Is it dress code? Pamela, how do you like the wine?
It's fine. If you'll excuse me, that's okay. Oh, and we need to get a meeting on the books about this Alexander. I'm sure you do. Connie, so lovely to see you. Kelly, nice to meet you. Thanks, Lynn. I hope you're enjoying the festivities. Such an eventful day. But speaking of, we celebrate every holiday with such grandeur. Traditions provide comfort and structure at certain times. So, yes, we treasure our holidays here. But Halloween is extra special. You may remember from my father's time in the White House that it was his to say about the class that it's great. Well, we're like a new families. We appreciate and celebrate every single person who contributes to our private. In fact, let me introduce you to
Parker?
Carrie is last year's model. This is her first masquerade ball. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. It's not very perfect for tonight.
I've said, yeah, I'll keep his ass in the drink car.
All stations, concentrate fire on the
Why is he 7?
Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention for a moment, please? It is my honor tonight to introduce someone who needs no introduction. Our esteemed leader, the Governor of the Commonwealth, Ms. Pamela Milton.
Thank you all for coming out this evening. Tonight, I have the great pleasure of giving you a sneak peek at something truly special. This is the work of the brilliant Alexa Park, who is here tonight. Don't be shy, Alexa. It took Miss Park 9 months to lovingly create this painting. Like many of our citizens, she's faced serious injuries out in the world where she found sanctuary. Thanks to my father's sacrifices, we are all here, brick by brick and block by block. We're putting the world back together the way it was. My father would be so proud to see what the Commonwealth is today. How much this place protects and cares for us. Bullshit. This is bullshit. Sir, is that what you really believe? The Commonwealth cares for all its citizens? You know who I am.
Sir, this isn't the time. Please, you need to stop.
Don't come any closer! Don't come any closer! I just want to talk! You please just talk to me! I would have died for this place! What's my name? Tyler Davis. I was a trooper. I tried to reach you. One mistake and I lost everything! I came here to talk to you. To make you Tyler. I want it. Let's talk, just the two of us. Don't lie! This is what you care about. Fancy parties and paint. Like, we're nothing to you. Disposable. You're wrong, Tyler.
I need support.
I see you're hurt, and I want to fix it. But first, you have to promise not to hurt anyone else. Please put down the knife and let my assistant go. Please, Max.
We heard you.
I'm okay.
Just stand there.
Go after him!
Our team is taking the lead.
Imagine a new way to travel. Tranquil, comfortable, fast.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Travel doesn't have to be hectic. Join us for a truly unforgettable experience. NSL. Get on board March 2nd. You put peace out in the world, you get peace back.
Engine boost activated.
Certified turbo no charges, suspension, and fuel injection.
Translation: certified goosebumps.
Certified headlamp to tailpipe.
That's certified head turns. It's all backed by our limited mileage warranty. That means unlimited peace of mind. Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned. Translation: the Mercedes of your dreams is closer than you think.
Just cash the check. And I'm about to blow it all on chocolate. Yeah, I'm about to blow it all on chocolate. Sweet, baby, make that dollar stretch. Chocolate. Yo, 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 chocolate. Yo, yo. Sweet, baby, make that dollar stretch. Chocolate.
With Farmers Auto multi-policy discount, the more policies you have with us, the more you can save on your auto insurance.
Hey, hon.
Hi, honey.
Like what?
Well, you get a discount for insuring your jet skis and boat, RV, life, home, and more. You can save up to 45%.
I mean, that's a whole lot of discounts.
Well, we offer coverage for a whole lot of things, and you can save a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers.
When I first started to tackle it, until I found Cerebral.
Kill him,
Cerebral
kill him,
is the
kill him,
most
kill him, kill him.
solution for your mental health
Oh,
needs. You can
fucker.
get help for anxiety, depression, ADHD, insomnia, and more. It's easy, accessible, and you get to pick your therapist. You can have weekly therapy sessions, but if you need, you can have prescription medication delivered right to your door. Your mental health is worth more than gold. Get started for $30 today at Cerebral.com. Oh my. Mix tiles. They stick and pre-stick. Mix Tiles brings your walls to life with pictures of people you love. 9 out of 10 buyers give Mix Tiles an excellent rating with 100% free shipping and a full money back guarantee. Go to mixtiles.com, upload pictures, pick a fancy frame, and voila! Buy 10 and get 10 for free. Use code TV. Order now. What is that? You really want to catch this guy? It's a sword to involve rose or whatever it is. I don't understand why nobody's listening to me.
Popeye's flounder fish sandwich is the real deal. Get the crispy flounder sandwiched between two fluffy brioche buns, served with crunchy pickles and our signature tartar sauce. Now that's a sandwich worth the
Oh,
same.
hit him.
Get our delicious flounder fish sandwich today.
Do you live where I am? Because I live on mile 6. That was terrible.
What is kind of terrible?
What's his Instagram? I want to stalk a little bit.
He doesn't have one.
That's shady. I'm sorry.
What's going on?
I'm going to tell you that you can freak out. It's about getting forever. That's love. Rated R. Friday on Hulu.
Next one. 1, 2, 3.
My brand is for the inner city, it's for our underserved communities. The whole point is to inspire people through fashion. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
where to go.
Take him in.
Don't give me a choice.
Shit, I didn't mean it. Just wanted to talk to her. To get her to understand. It's never gonna happen. I screwed up protocol. With the prison, I got beat up. Lost my apartment, my spending card. I have no way to help my sister or kid.
You got a sister. That means you got family. A lot of us don't get to have that anymore. Don't take that away from her. It's not fair. Let's go.
Fuck bastard. I only did something right.
No. No, you go. Go ahead. Good God.
Hold on, Sebastian. Remove him.
Think getting rid of me solves anything? Thousands more like me. Resist the Commonwealth. Visibility for workers. Equality for all. Nothing happens to me? No. Sure.
Brought to you by Burger King. It's a match 2 of your Burger King faves for only $5 now with Big King.
I need big cake.
On a flame grilled stacker saucy Big King taste you love is now on lotion for a limited time. Making friends again, Billy? I like to keep friends close.
Guys, excuse me. I didn't quite get that. I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, hey, don't forget about the tense music, too.
Did you say 10?
I'd say suspenseful. Aren't they the same thing?
Can we move on, guys? Please.
Alexa, turn on subtitles. And dim the lights. Okay, dim the lights.
Welcome to Allstate. Here, safe driving saves more than just your cargo. Safe driving saves you 40% with DriveWise. The safer you drive, the more you save with Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Together or separate? If you get this wrong, there'll be no second date. No second date, you end up alone. Just like the psychic said. What you got? Cool.
Nice and dry. Not again. Treasure hunting. 30 business. Get your drink card ready.
Thanks. See ya.
Introducing Nathan Drake and Adventure in Tucson. See them both at Shop.
Hi, I'm Chris Hardwick. Talking Dead Home Edition is coming up next. My guest tonight, friend of the show, Yvette Nicole Brown, Michael James Shaw, a.k.a. Mercer, and Teo Rap Olson, who plays Sebastian Milton. Stick around because Talking Dead is coming up next. We'll see you soon.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man. What's wrong with action figures? Nothing. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies. Whoa, I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. What's your wallet? It's...
I'm doing something special. It's going to be exciting. Dragons,
Got that blue sky. Got that sunshine.
Check out this verbo.
Man. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. I see that face coming back to me. Like an old familiar song. What better place could anyone be? 'Cause you're here with me. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here. Now you're here. And for once I am right where I
What's bothering you, Ben?
We killed 2 people last night after I tried really hard not to.
Okay, well, that's not ideal.
This is AMC Plus, where iconic characters
Who's here to see Saltville?
come to play.
Want a ride?
Epic new worlds come alive, breaking death to those deserving, and legends
Hey, Ronnie!
are born.
We're going to remake the world.
So don't just stream. Stream better. Welcome to AMC Plus.
Inside, please, miss. Go.
Oh shit. Wrong site.
The ship is on fire.
Great. There's a big respect. What you asked?
Murphy, you're on the door. Cats, nose, the wait staff. Figure out how we can access any help. I want answers. Nothing. Grab my voice. See if she knows.
So did you work with the law? No, we never get met. You think I'm lying? I'm just trying to figure out. It's pretty clear. You may know myself. You get like the Roberts. What do you think you meant by that? No idea. For what it's worth, I believe it. This place is like a city from before. You remember? Yeah, I do.
The ship is on fire.
Yes. you don't know how I got in?
Nope.
I wasn't expecting you.
Well, it's nice to see you too.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh. Vintage.
Yes. And lady if I can her.
The highest. Wasn't that something you think?
No. They really know how to throw a party around here.
Kids have a blast. You would have loved it.
Engine boost activated.
I know that this was too painful before. This belongs to you.
You should keep it.
No. Don't do that.
Where you been?
That's great. Still finding reasons to smile.
Well,
Capture that area. Concentrate fire on the enemy warships.
to first strikes.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
You always took a big blast.
You look awesome.
You look official.
Think so?
All stations,
Throw
concentrate
the fish.
fire on the target.
Hey, I got you some.
that she was kidnapped by the government or something?
Maybe expose that, you said.
Governor Milton wants to say, I know how. So I take a true view after. I want you to be
Something happened. And they clearly have a reason for suppressing the truth.
Destroy enemy cruiser.
Welcome to Talking at Home Edition. So tonight, we saw how our ship is assimilating into the Commonwealth's way of life. And it appears that transition and living conditions are better for some than others. We also discovered there may be a dark underbelly of the Commonwealth that is directly related to how the citizens are treated, or rather mistreated for that matter. So, how will things change after the terrifying hostage crisis at the wall? Does Mercer have a Commonwealth revolution on his hands? And why did Daryl let Payroll's son Sebastian take credit for capturing ex-trooper Tyler? We have interviews with the cast, we have a behind-the-scenes look at the Halloween festival, and an exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode of The Walking Dead. My guest tonight, friend of the show, Nicole Brown, Michael James Shaw, a.k.a. Mercer, and he's here. Also, Teo Rapp Olsen, who plays Sebastian. I am Chris Hardwick, and this is Talking Dead Home Edition. The conversation's just beginning. Of course, we want to hear from you. Tweet us or hit us up on Instagram at AMC Talking Dead, or go to Talking Dead's Facebook page. But for now, please say hello to my guests, Nicole Brown, Michael James Shaw, Teo Rapp Olsen are here.
Hey,
I'm the audience now. I'm the whole audience right here. I'm our whole live audience. Our audience of one. Yvette, how weird is it seeing, like, after all this time now, like, people having jobs and needing money and buying records and all sorts of stuff?
It was so weird for me because I thought that we had reached a place in the apocalypse where money was no longer a thing. So the idea that the Commonwealth is keeping that going, and then also they're totally okay with some people not having money.
Right.
Like when I saw how Daryl was living with dog eating out the same bowl that the babies are eating out of, and I just don't understand how it plays out and why they're letting people suffer the way they're letting people suffer. And can I say one more thing about Daryl having the kids?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Daryl has the kids. I feel like they're, it looked like Carol had a nicer setup. I know that he loves those babies, but I don't think that he's actually the best babysitter, especially while he's trying to become a trooper. So that part kind of threw me. So yeah, it was an interesting thing to see for me.
Yeah, I mean, and I have also there's a lot of interesting Daryl talk over this episode in particular, of which I think we'll probably get to later in the episode, but a lot of it revolves around, is he just now, finally, is he kind of okay with the idea of, like, I've been a lone wolf for so long, now I'm just going to figure out how to work within a structure. I'm going to figure out how to be, a member of a community and not just, that's what seems to be happening with Daryl, but I don't know. Maybe it's a plan. Maybe does it factor into the flash forward we saw last week? I don't know. Hopefully we'll talk about that later in the episode, but I wanted to talk to Michael about Mercer is a legit celebrity within the Commonwealth. I mean, there's paparazzi, there's a red carpet, there's a whole thing. People are cosplaying as Mercer. How does Mercer feel about that?
Mercer hates it. I think he just really wants to do his job and like keep people safe and uphold the values of the Commonwealth. All this, I guess, bells and whistles that come around it. He's not really into it. It's not his thing at all. I think he preferred to like show up to the gala in the sherbet, no suit, just keep it real,
Well, I want to, first of all, welcome Teo for being on the show. It is very nice to meet you virtually like this. And I have to say, The Walking Dead has a long-standing tradition of people on the show who tend to play kind of jerks, no offense, being the nicest human beings in person. We've heard nothing but just the most glowing personal reviews of what a wonderful human being you are, Teo. And so I'm sure it must be kind of strange to play this guy, Sebastian, who's, maybe not the nicest person in the world. How would you describe that experience? And then subsequently Sebastian's role in the Commonwealth?
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me on here. It's a blast. I mean, rarely do you get to show up to work and get paid to just be a grade A, everybody. So that's great. Last time, I was for pick up ball. I get to smack him on the armor and be like, where were you? That's fine. I'm not normally going to do that to, Michael James Shaw, but it's good when, cameras are rolling and they just allow you to do that. When it comes to Sebastian, I mean, I was saying this to somebody earlier, but I think he would perceive himself as second in command. It's my mom and then it's me. And this is a dynastic family. We've been doing this before the apocalypse, now into the apocalypse. And this is all being set up for a day where I will lead this, small nation state, the most powerful thing that exists in the apocalyptic world.
Yvette, what was your first impression of Sebastian?
There's a phrase I've learned recently, like in maybe the last 5 years, failed son. The son of like a dynasty that just kind of keeps tumbling into success in some way. I remember when Father Gabriel joined the show, and I just knew Seth Gilliam was so lovely, and I just hated Father Gabriel. And so I always say, you hate the character, you love the actor. So I love Teo, but my God, Sebastian. And the other thing I want to say, why is he always so mad when somebody saves his life? He is inept at killing walkers, and every time his life gets saved, he freaks out. But I think it's because of his mother, because you notice in this episode, when he fails, son fails, he sees his mother, and that's what brings his rage on. So I feel like there's some dynamic between him and Pamela that we haven't seen yet, that I think will explain why he's such a horrible human being. I love you, Teo.
I think you guys forgot to use the word Beer Island there, or wow, but it's
all ego. It's like the purest form of ego, like that we don't really have. We haven't seen this kind of an ego in the apocalypse, really.
I mean, it's hard in a post-apocalyptic era to keep an ego going, and yet somehow he's managed to do it. But yeah, I mean, going off the dynastic thing, that's a lot of weight on your shoulder, and I think he's born with a silver spoon, which is really hard to do in an apocalypse, but this is about the only place you could do it. And with that thing comes the responsibility that he is going to someday be in charge of this place. And it does kind of feel like, one of those kind of cult of personalities. He's trying to build like who he is supposed to be to everyone else. So to your point, if he's shown to look weak, that's not going to fly. I mean, I'm doing my advanced military training over there. I'm supposed to be, learning how to kill walkers by hundreds.
Yvette, do you trust Pamela Milton? And before you answer that, just want to give a nice shout out to Lila Robbins, who plays Pamela Milton on the show. Hopefully we'll get her on Talking Dead at some point soon. Do you trust Pamela Milton?
I do not. There's a moment, first of all, she's very dismissive of people. And I feel like anybody that is that high up in politics that chooses who they're kind to or who they pay attention to, there's someone to watch. And then also she says to Lance at a certain point, I have some questions about Alexandria. Now she is living in the Commonwealth, ruling in the Commonwealth. Why is she concerned with what's happening in another settlement? It has nothing to do with her. And when Lance went and met with everyone, he said, you can stay here, live your life, or you can come to this great place we have. Why is she keeping tabs on what's going on outside? So I know there's something about her I don't trust.
Well, we have about a minute left in this segment, but Michael, how would you describe this dynamic between Mercer and Sebastian? There's this constant kind of eye roll, but how would you describe it?
It's a torrid love affair. He definitely works Mercer's nerves to the nth degree, and he constantly tries my patience, but it's actually kind of hard being Mercer with Teo playing Sebastian, because he's so silly and he brings out the silly side of me.
Well, coming up, we have interviews with the cast. We have that behind-the-scenes look at the Halloween festival and an exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode of The Walking Dead. But first, before Sebastian gets embarrassed in front of his mommy, let's slow things down and say a final farewell to all those who lost tonight.
best things about life is that we keep moving forward. We discover exciting new technologies, redefine who we are and how we want to lead our lives. Basically, we choose what we want our future to look like. So what's yours going to be?
The KFC chicken sandwich is only served one way. Straight from the fryer, piping hot, and Kentucky Fried to order. If you don't like it this way, you'll have to go somewhere else. KFC, it's finger licking good.
So, what will you design today? A big idea? A small business? All right. A new opportunity? An inspired community? Or wait, maybe you'll design something completely game-changing. With Canva, you can. Start designing for free at canva.com.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. Of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that. You deserve to save. Heard that before. You deserve to save. I know. I need you to hear me. You deserve to save. I deserve to save. I mean, he has a way of making you feel safe. Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com. Are you seeing this?
Watching.
See, here's what they say. The work is mysterious and important. Mysterious and important.
No,
Want him?
I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
I want to go in for more dramatic roles. I wasn't joking.
Okay.
I got the new Galaxy S22 Ultra and Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband. It's got amazing video on a crazy fast network. I can film whatever I want. There's a crime. The crime happened here. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, night video on this thing's wild.
Don't you die on me!
Just sent you my reel.
New and current Verizon customers get up to $1,000 off. 5G ultra wideband now in many more cities.
How did it feel?
Like you said it would feel.
Don't ask that. Yes.
Tyler, who we met in the episode Splinter, he's somebody who's been pushed to the brink by this place. He's not wrong about the fact that there's unrest and that there are workers who feel left behind. There are people who, in the middle of a community that seems like it has so much, feel like they're forgotten, feel like they're unimportant, feel like they're kicked aside, feel like they don't get their fair share. He's not wrong about that. The Commonwealth really is stratified by class. But does he make all the right moves himself? I would say no. He makes some bad choices at times. There's a desperation there and like a sense of not knowing how to get somebody's attention, and he's somebody that really is struggling. So there's elements of him that I think you can really feel for and empathize with, and then there's elements of him that are more complex.
Welcome back to Talking at Home Edition. That was executive producer Angela Kang on the complicated character Tyler and what he represents within the Commonwealth community. We're back with Yvette Nicole Brown, Michael James Shaw, and Teo Rapp Olsen. Michael, how does Mercer feel when Tyler successfully hijacks the gala?
He's pissed. All the protocols that we've set up, and somehow one of our own has put our people in danger. Yeah, I think it shakes him a little bit. He's already in an uncomfortable situation, being attending the gala at first, and then to have this happen right under his nose is a little
think Sebastian follows Daryl and Tyler into the haunted house?
I think for two reasons. One, earlier in this episode, I've got a reason to believe that maybe Daryl is not cut out to be a Commonwealth soldier, and I don't know if I trust this guy. And two, from an optics standpoint, it already looks great that I'm going out hunting for this guy, but I don't know if Sebastian actually wants to be the one to catch, a trained soldier. And if Daryl does catch him, the better situation to test out whether or not I can trust this guy, and also if he is going to know his role, which is you gotta kowtow to the Miltons.
Also, just a sidebar on the haunted house. Beth, did you think it was weird a little bit that in their haunted house they have zombies like in the haunted house as part of the attraction? Like, that is kind of the world is a haunted house.
Here comes the money question.
The haunted house of the festival.
Well, remember, I think that most of these people, for the most part, are not around walkers that much, so they don't really understand how dangerous it is. Like when you see Sebastian around them, he's protected. They're not really as dangerous as they are out in the world.
Right.
So I think that they would enjoy just getting to enjoy the excitement of a walker without the real fear there. That's what I think.
That's a good answer. Why do you think, Yvette, that Daryl lets Sebastian take credit for catching Tyler?
Well, I think Daryl is very shrewd, and I think he realized early on that Mercer wants to protect Sebastian, right? And he also knows where Sebastian falls in the hierarchy of the Commonwealth. So I think he's thinking, if I can gain some favor with Mercer if I make Sebastian look good. And Mercer says something to Daryl like, you got to get along, be a team player basically. And so this is Daryl trying to show that he's a team player because he knows that Mercer knows that Sebastian didn't catch this dude.
Yeah.
So he's already currying favor with with Mercer by letting Sebastian be the one to walk him through like a conquering hero.
And do you think there's just another plan going on with Daryl? Like, I'm just going to get as close in as I possibly can to the inner circle?
I think there's always a plan with Daryl, and I think he and Rosita are both thinking that, first of all, we know that the Commonwealth does its assessments, right? So they've been assessed and the Commonwealth decided that they belong there, right? But I think also Daryl and Rosita are always thinking about going out on patrol and going out to hunt for things. And I think they're thinking if we're in that position, we have a better chance of getting outside these walls more often.
Right.
Because I think just being inside, selling cookies or something would be so boring for them. They need the excitement.
Just going, they were in an apocalypse and now they can just like go to an arcade and have some ice cream.
Right.
After they've been for years out there.
They're not built for that life.
Yeah. Teo, is it intimidating at all playing opposite Norman when you have to, be kind of an asshat to him?
Yes. The short answer is definitely yes. The first thing that we shot, the first time I got to meet him was just outside the hall when we're going to go in. And in the script, it's just like I give him a knowing glance because of him shooting the arrow through the zombie's head. And we get through 2 takes, and then John Mill, who's the director for this episode, lovely English guy, comes up to me and he was just like, "All right, that's great, but I really want you to piss off Norman. I really get this guy." And so I keep, upping the ante to the point where I'm like adjusting his collar. And I mean, I think he's a great actor, but I was definitely scared. And in my head, I think my internal was just like, "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me." But we got past that. He's a great guy. But needless to say, yes, I was terrified the first time.
Well, the show has a history of that because I think, I bet you can maybe confirm this, but aren't there kind of legendary stories about JDM like really trying to get under Andy Lincoln's skin like right before they would shoot when there was a lot of like Rick and Negan stuff? Yeah. Same kind of thing.
Yeah, not that either of these great actors or you guys need that kind of motivation, but I think I remember JD did say that he wanted to do that, so he did that. Yeah.
Michael, let's talk a little bit about Mercer and Princess. It was just such a great moment between them when he asked her to come in and be his date to the gala. Can you talk about that for a second?
It's the first step. I think he recognizes her bravery in that moment, and she also looks really beautiful that night. And he takes a step outside of his comfort zone to invite her into his world. And it's early on. It's just the first kind of moment you see them kind of begin to see each other, for who they actually are.
Well, Festival, and later, the exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode of The Walking Dead. We'll be right back on Talking at Home Edition.
Check out this Verbo. Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong. It's all I've been looking for and so much more. And now I'm here. Now you're here. And because I am
Say hello to Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee Beer. Swirling with hints of espresso, chocolate, and caramel. From the brewer who invented nitro beer. A new way to brighten up your day.
on the flame grilled stacker, saucy, Big King taste you love. Is now on the for a limited time.
Contacts or doctor prescribes delivered. Welcome to fast free shipping. For Bob, who's about to run out of contacts at 3 a.m., don't worry, Bob. We're here to help with 24/7 customer service. And for Shauna, heroic master of the budget, there's our best price guarantee. At 1-800-CONTACTS, we've helped millions of customers with their contacts. Order now and save 25% on your first purchase. And don't forget to use your Flex Spending account or vision insurance benefits before they expire. Oh my. Meet Mix Tiles. They stick and re-stick. Mix Tiles brings your walls to life with pictures of people you love. 9 out of 10 buyers give Mix Tiles an excellent rating with 100% free shipping and a full money-back guarantee. Go to mixtiles.com, upload pictures, pick a fancy frame, and voila! Buy 10 and get 10 for free. Use code TV. Order now.
You know, we humans have come a long way on our journey. Our first language wasn't exactly, a language. Our first vehicles weren't the fastest. Our first phones weren't smart. Text mom monkey face emoji. And the first electric vehicles weren't, let's just say they look nothing like the first ever Ioniq 5. Two-way charging, 300-mile range. The point is, it's been a long journey, but worth it. Evolve your journey. The fully electric Hyundai Ioniq 5.
You gotta tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. You gotta do it fast.
Woo! New personal record, Limu!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
The best memory that I'm going to have from this show is that my daughter plays a little girl, Celeste, who's dressed up as Baby Mercer. And to see her play on set was, I'm going to get all emotional right now because she always talks to me about, maybe I'll be an actor like you, Daddy. And a lot of people don't understand the job description. That you're not just there to have fun, but you're there to do a job. And she just immersed herself in the storytelling. I was just so amazed. I don't want my kids to be actors unless you absolutely love it. It's just too hard. People tell you no all the time. You're not good enough, you're done. And it can really tear at your soul, But I don't know, maybe she might be built for it. I'm still hoping she goes engineering. be an engineer. Welcome back to Talking at Home Edition. That was the wonderful Kari Payton and his daughter Maya officially becoming part of the Walking Dead family. We're back with Yvette, Michael, and Teo. Let's have a hand for Maya. Come on.
Yeah.
That was oh my God, and Kari's video about that was just incredible. Michael, what was it like seeing Maya in that episode dressed up as Mercer?
Oh, it was beautiful. I wish wish I would have been able to get a picture, Sherbert to Sherbert, you know? I'm kind of jealous of her helmet. It's cooler than mine.
Well, how will the anti-Commonwealth posters affect the story going forward? Like,
You know, it's kind of like Inception. You know, once an idea is planted, it kind of takes on a life of its own.
yeah. Teo, how would Sebastian react to those posters that Rosita finds?
I mean, scorched earth. You're going against the greater people here. I mean, this isn't about the Milton. This is about what we stand for and this safe society that we're living in a world where you could either be outside the gates in the apocalypse or you can be inside the gates and you could bob for apples. And I mean, I want to bob for apples.
Yvette, do you think there is a potential revolution on their hands?
Oh, absolutely. I remember there was something when Daryl and Rosita came out of the building. There was something painted over on the wall. There were like two white lines and then equality. And I remember, I want to look at my notes from it. I remember that Tyler said, resist the Commonwealth, visibility for workers, and equality for all. And the only word that remains is equality. So I don't know if that was graffiti that the resistors put up that they whited out, or if the resistors whited out some crap that they didn't think was really true in the Commonwealth, but I clocked that, and there's very little in the Walking Dead universe that's wasted. So I think that something is coming, and I think it's bigger than we know. And then also remember when Tyler had Max, she was saying, I'm like you, I'm like you. That's what she was whispering. And I don't know if she was whispering that to say, I'm one of the have-nots too, or if she was whispering, hey, I got my Resist t-shirt at home, don't kill me, I'm fighting the same fight. So I don't know which it is, but I'm excited to see how this is going to play out, but something's brewing.
Well, switching topics a little bit, I'd love to get your reaction about seeing Carol snooping at the hospital. And I love when she gets caught, she's like, I'm snooping. Like, there's just like, I'm not even going to hide this. I'm snooping. We both know I'm snooping, and that's just how it is.
Well, first, the idea that Carol is a baker in the Commonwealth instead of one of the troopers says that when she did the assessment, she assessed them and realized I'll be better useful if they think I'm just a nice little lady that makes cookies. I love when we get to see the other side of Carol, which is this fierce warrior who's very shrewd, is always thinking. And I was really worried for the doctor when he came in, Nico's brother. I was like, he's about to die. Because had he not responded like, oh, hey, Carol, what's going on? If he would have bucked up at all, she would have killed him. So I was like, they're going to be down a doctor in the Commonwealth. So I'm happy that she said, I'm snooping. He didn't feel, like it was a problem, and they were able to come to an understanding about why she was there.
Teo, how would Sebastian feel about Carol working with Hornsby?
I mean, as long as Hornsby knows his place, we've got nothing to worry about. I think he would be like, oh, good, the plebeians are finally helping out here. This is great. Versus, just somebody who's coming in and causing a ruckus or, trying to bring up resistance conversations. When, what we should be doing is coming together for the greater good.
Teo, do you have a favorite behind-the-scenes memory of working with Michael on the show?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Butt flap.
Like, this is my favorite butt flap. So the first time I'm shooting is 11:07, and literally the first thing I shoot is just us walking by this group of, our heroes. We have Eugene, Princess, Ezekiel, and we're doing this over and over again, and Michael's in front of me, and he's in his famous Sherbert armor. And we've barely gotten to know each other, so I don't know why I felt comfortable saying this to him, but after like take 2 or 3, I was just like damn, dude, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. And he was just let the butt flap bounce. I gotta say, if you're ever in proximity to his posterior, it's a hell of a show. I need some time.
What did you? I have to know.
A little bit better.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I feel a little better about how much I objectified him when we first got in these boxes before anybody came. I was talking about his guns and stuff, but my God, dear. Okay, go on. What, Chris? I'm sorry, I'm flustered. Go on, Chris.
So now that I think
I'm blushing right now. You can see it, man.
So that I think now is a great time to ask you, what did you write in your notebook about Mercer and Princess?
Okay, the first thing I wrote was woohoo with like 5 exclamation points. First of all, Paola, when she was coming for him in all the previous season, I was like, girl, go on, get your man. But the idea that he stopped and saw you go with me, guys. A lady sings the blues when Billy D says to Diana Ross, "You want my arm to fall off?" Like, it literally was that level of heat for me. And then Princess gets in the party. She's on the arm of this Adonis, and then she leaves him to go hang with her friends. I'm like, what are you doing? You with the dude? But my goodness, I love them together. And I love hearing Michael say that it's mutual and that this is just the beginning. So it's not him just needing her to get in to make the party better for him. He might be feeling her, which I think is lovely. And I need a new ship, so I'm excited.
Well, before we go to break, you can keep the conversation going by following Fear HQ on Twitch. They're discussing all things horror and The Walking Dead, so please check it out. Coming up behind the scenes, look at the Halloween Festival, and we have that exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode of The Walking Dead. We'll be right back. Making friends again, Billy?
I like to keep my enemies close.
Guys, excuse me. I didn't quite get that. I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, hey, don't forget about the tense music, too.
What did you say, Tim?
I'd say suspenseful. Aren't they the same thing?
Can we move on, guys? Please.
Alexa, turn on the subtitles. And dim the lights. Okay, dimming the lights.
Popeye's flounder fish sandwich is the real deal. Made with crispy flounder, sandwiched between two fluffy brioche buns, served with crunchy pickles and our signature tartar sauce. Now that's a sandwich worth savoring. Get our delicious flounder fish sandwich today. What happens when performance needs power? You try crazy things because you're crazy and you like it. Get bigger, badder, faster. You can never have too much of a good thing. And power is a very good thing.
So, what will you design today? A big idea? A small business? All right. A new opportunity? An inspired community? Oh, wait. Maybe you'll design something completely game-changing. With Canva, you can. Start designing for free at canva.com.
Did you not watch Crossbite? Of course I did. Oh, lie to me. Oh, twice as long lasting sweat protection.
YouTube TV is a reinvented way to watch TV. No wires, no boxes, unlimited DVR.
Wait, unlimited DVR?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm worried about that much power would do to me.
Okay. YouTube TV has real-time highlights to catch up on the game if you miss anything.
I actually like missing things. It seems awful.
Well, it also has personalized recommendations, so no more scrolling endlessly.
But scrolling endlessly lets me reject things.
Yeah, but...
Reject.
All right, that's enough. Look, you should try YouTube TV for free. It's everything live TV should be.
Sarah, you said you were buying a car today.
Dad, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, I stayed up and crunched all the
No,
numbers.
I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online. I got pre-qualified instantly.
Online, honey, now that can affect your credit score.
It didn't, Dad. Then I got my real rate and monthly payment. Now I just need to head to the dealership for a test drive and purchase.
Sounds easy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, since we're both up, who wants French toast?
Okay.
What's in your wallet?
My brand is for the inner city. It's for our underserved communities. The whole point is to inspire people through fashion. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
Popeye's flounder fish sandwich is the real deal. Made with crispy flounder, sandwiched between two fluffy brioche buns, served with crunchy pickles and our signature tartar sauce. Now that's a sandwich worth savoring. Get our delicious flounder fish sandwich today. Okay, he's enough money. Monday, followed by the return of Killing Eve at 9 on AMC.
On any other day, that might seem strange.
What I like about celebrating Halloween and the apocalypse is that it goes back to, I don't know, it felt like very like 1950s like things that weren't so scary. It was just let's dress up and let's be cute Halloween things.
Our costume designer Vera did an incredible job. This was a massive, massive episode for her department between the Halloween festival and then the masquerade ball that also occurs in the same episode. It was just a huge amount of work in a way that is very, very, very different from anything we've ever done on the show. Halloween has sort of like returned to a much more homemade sort of vibe. And so Vera really came up with some ideas for costumes that were based on things that they would have, like, you know, textiles that they have, like crafts that people could have made at home. And so I think like there was a lot of creativity from the costumes department in terms of making these different outfits, especially the kids were wearing. You know, we are still in the apocalypse. These characters can't just, you know, run down to a store and buy a Halloween costume. So everything still needed to feel like it could have been made by hand. The excitement with this whole concept is to balance how vintage are we going, how modern are we going, and also this create an apocalyptic world. There's three elements we try to make believable simultaneously. This was probably one of, if not the hardest episodes for the costume department that we have ever done.
Welcome back to Talking Dead Home Edition. That was behind the scenes look at tonight's episode and the incredible work that went into the Halloween costuming. We're back with Yvette, Michael, and Teo. Teo, the Commonwealth feels grand. What is it like in person? Does it have that sense when you're there shooting?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the second I got on that set, it's weird to say, but it kind of felt like Disneyland, but, you know, an apocalyptic world. It was just this massive, massive piece. And I mean, it's down to like the littlest details, like in the town square, there's this obelisk and it's a monument to, I believe it's World War I. But I mean, you can read the writing on it. I mean, they spared no expense on details. I had times where, you know, I'm just like between takes, just walking around, just like trying to soak up as much of it as possible. I mean, yeah, it feels like such an incredible space, and especially for all these characters, a space that they're out of their own. I mean, you know, most of these people have been in the sticks for a decade. So what it was cool is it didn't feel like home turf for them. And, you know, for myself, Michael, it's like it's all kind of is the new world for us. We haven't been on the show before. And I feel like it's rare that you get to be with the series regulars and they too are like, we don't know what's going on here. This is not our space. So really, yeah, it's an amazing space.
You know, Yvette, I don't mean to get into old sensitive topics here, but how did it make you feel when Carol was okay with Daryl and Connie flirting?
No, okay. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be an adult about this.
All right.
First of all, everybody knows that I am a Carol and Daryl shipper. I'm the captain of that ship. I will go down with that ship. But I have always said canon is canon. So the dream my heart makes, if it doesn't become a part of the show, it's not a part of the show. So it has not yet become a part of the show. But I will say this, Miss Angela Kane, I don't know why we circling back to Ezekiel. I did my time with that. It's 10 years later. Now I got to watch Carol with Ezekiel again, but she ain't never had a time with Daryl. I'm very upset about that. Now I'm going to say that and set that aside. Now, Connie, Lauren Ridloff is wonderful, and I want every good thing for her, and Daryl is a good thing. So if they decide that they're going to put those two crazy kids together, what can I do? I'm just a fan of the show. But I would love at some point for me to have my moment, and it might have to happen on the Carol and Daryl show. So I'm okay with it. I live with canon. That's what I feel.
Did you notice that there maybe was a little trouble in paradise for Rosita and Gabriel?
Absolutely. It's item number 14 in my book. I wrote down, are Rosita and Gabe no longer together? It is literally in my book because they have the kid and they're passing the kid around, and it's only been like at that moment it's only been 3 months since we last saw them lovingly reunite. So I think it's either because Gabriel was out with Aaron that long, and maybe there was some, you know, the distance, or Gabriel has changed. Like he's not the same. He's like a killing machine now, and the love might be different because he's kind of a different man now, but I did notice that they're not staying in the same place. Now, wait a minute, let me say this too. It's possible they're not together because she's training. That's right. The other thing. Maybe she had to separate them because she's in basic training, but, you know, it's one or the other.
Michael, did you give any tips to Norman on wearing the trooper suits?
Yeah, I've warned him going 10-1 is quite the challenge.
What's under there, Michael? Is it like some leggings under there?
They're actually like riding pants, and
Huh.
like a rash guard. Yeah.
Huh.
Super comfy.
Okay. Sorry, Chris. I just had to know.
We have a question from, this is for Teo from Negan_15 on Instagram. Which weapon was your favorite to use against walkers? When you had this, I was really bummed that you totally poo-pooed the mace, because that thing is a really cool. You're like, I'm like, that's a classic, but not your favorite. And then when you put those hands on the crossbow, I was like, oh no. But then you didn't like that either. So did you have a favorite?
Ooh, I mean, I gotta be real. Going with a warhammer to like a rotting zombie just already sounded like the coolest thing on earth to me. So I was a huge fan of that. But it was a close call with that crossbow. I thought that was awesome. But I think there's a higher chance that Sebastian's not up to the snuff of aiming a crossbow as he is with just taking a heavy hammer to the head of a zombie.
Michael, why does Mercer have Daryl help Sebastian with his advanced military training?
Well, he brings him along because he wants him to see the other side of the Commonwealth. There's a bit of you have to swallow your pride to survive here, and I think that's his first kind of exposure to what's really at play. And that's something that I think Rosita kind of gets right off the bat, and it's something that Daryl's a little reluctant to jump on board for, so I just want to show him what's really going on.
Excellent. Well, coming up, a fan is going to join us and ask a question to our guest. We're going to tell you how to do that as well, and we have that exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode. We'll be right back on Talking Dead Home Edition.
What's bothering you, Ben?
We killed 2 people last night after I tried really hard not to.
Okay, well, it's not a big deal.
Behold, unlimited wireless for only $30. That's pretty cool. But you know what's cooler?
Saving up to $400?
Exactly. And if we really want to take it up a notch, get all that and nationwide 5G included. Ooh, nice shot. Send that to me. I got you. Break free from the big three and get connected to the nation's most reliable 5G network.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 series on Xfinity Mobile. And right now, save big with up to $750 off a new Samsung device. Switch today.
Not done talking? Hey Siri, find episodes of Talking Dead.
Black psoriasis, the burning, itching, the pain. Emerge Tremfyant. With Tremfyant, adults with moderate to severe black psoriasis can uncover clearer skin and improve symptoms at 16 weeks.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge Tremfyant with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. What does It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight as you progress. It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout. And it's a roster of coaches that motivates you to get stronger, faster. The future is strength you can feel and results you can see. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
You spend 1/3 of your life in bed. That's why at Boll & Branch, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. Our bedding is 100% organic, toxin-free, and fair trade certified. It makes a difference you'll feel. And offers a better way to live in this world. Start with our best-selling signature sheets, made to get softer with every wash. Visit bollandbranch.com.
I'm old. Seems like I can't remember nothing. He developed a treatment. He'll remember everything that he's ever known.
Man, his whole lifetime spinning around in
Ship's on fire.
On the flame grilled stacker, saucy, big king taste you love. It's now on the for a limited time.
Winning number 43.
Yes! Quick, the quicker picker upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker upper.
Welcome back to Talking Dead Home Edition. I want to remind everyone that if you want to ask a question live during Talking Dead, please send a video to fan submission at talkingdead.tv and share how The Walking Dead has impacted you or your life for a chance to join us. And now it is my pleasure to introduce this week's featured fan. Please welcome Megan from Hillsboro, Oregon is here. Megan, thank you so much for being here. Ship's on fire. Who was your question for?
Hi, thank you so. My question is for Yvette, and if you had to ship one character with Sebastian from the Walking Dead universe, past or present, who would you match him up with? Oh, Megan, there's so many wonderful people to think of. I think it would be Lucille, and not Hillary Burton Morgan. The best! It would be Lucille, or maybe a nice field of flowers, the carol nearby, those types of things. That's a great question, Megan. I love you, Teo.
That is a fantastic question. Megan, thank you so much for being here for your question. Before you go, I want to show you this.
Oh,
This is
shit.
Really great. This is some fine art watercolor of Mercer. You see this okay? There we go. You're going to get this frame. It feels very QVC right now. You're going to get this frame. You can see the quality craftsmanship of the frame. This artwork, it's very unique. You can get this print today at twdushop.com. But Megan, you are just getting this for being here and for being awesome and for asking a great question. Thank you so much for being with us from Hillsboro, Oregon. Teo, would Sebastian be able to use a leg bone to kill a walker like Rosita did? It was very resourceful.
No, it's got barely get it done with a knife. You think he's going to be able to break a chin and stab that right through somebody's eye? No chance.
This is from Mary R. on Facebook. Michael, what would a spin-off focused on Mercer and Sebastian be like?
Imagine the odd couple roaming post-apocalyptic America.
Sebastian's like, I'm tired, carry me. No, come on. Sebastian's got he's made like an adult Bjorn to carry him around.
Mercer, I feel like you need lunch so I can lie my head on it.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'd probably feed it to the walkers.
Be right back. I got some
This is from BatMac828 on Instagram. Bat, you've been killing walkers for years. Would you be able to shift into just like a normal job at the Commonwealth? And if so, what would you do? What would your job be in the Commonwealth?
Absolutely. I've always joked with fans who said, other fans have been like, what would you want to do on the show? I'm like, I want to do something before the apocalypse, be like it Michonne's cubicle mate in the office where there's air conditioning. So if I was in the Commonwealth, I would be the person giving the announcements. Hello, Commonwealth. It's your girl, man. I'm here with the cookie recipe of the day. I'd be the person doing the announcements. Absolutely. Or on the red carpet when they're going to the gala, I would be the one introducing Mercer and everyone as they're going into the gala. I would do something in the telecommunications part.
I would 100% be working at an arcade, or if there was a bowling alley, or or a game store, like board games or whatever, or a puzzle shop. Oh, puzzle shop. Oh, come on.
Puzzle shop or Legos.
Yes, absolutely.
And bowling alley would be great for you because of your papa.
Because of my dad, yeah. I grew up in the bowling center. That would be my job in the apocalypse. I would be working at a bowling center. Well, coming up, we have an exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode. We will be right back on Talking Dead Home Edition.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly Austin craved eggs and bacon and the toasted breakfast burritos he ate when he awakens. And the party was turning up, but Darren decided to wind down, because sleep is a one-way ticket to toasted breakfast burrito town.
So when Alex received that late night text, she thought about breakfast and she ghosted her ex. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Go to bed, sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get it. Only at Taco Bell.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
Carnita.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh wait, there isn't too much hot sauce. Is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
So, what will you design today? A big idea? A small business? All right. A new opportunity? An inspired community? Or wait, maybe you'll design something completely game-changing. With Canva, you can. Start designing for free at canva.com.
Check out this Verbo.
Look at me. Here I am. Right where I belong.
It's all I've been longing for and so much more, and now I'm here. Now you're here. And rock is like you're right where I
For me, one of the best things about life is that we keep moving forward. We discover exciting new technologies, redefine who we are and how we want to live our lives. Basically, choose what we want our future to look like. So what's yours going to be?
People with darker complexions have always struggled with having good lighting.
Every single yearbook photo of mine has been terribly shot since I was a kid.
I always show up as too dark or shiny. Cause if you love me, you love all of me. Everything the light touches. Oh, baby, give me light touches. Oh, hurry in my eyes. Tight over my mind. Don't you be afraid. No, 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 no. None of me at all.
This is AMC Plus, where iconic characters
see salted.
come to work, and this man's going to play.
You want to ride?
Make sure that son of a bitch is in that dirty black bag.
Or discover. What do you see?
Darkness travels away.
And come alive. I keep dead. To those deserve legends.
You're right.
And never die. So don't just stray. Dream better. Is there more you wish to say? Sounds good, man. Welcome to AMC Plus.
Welcome back to Talking Dead Now. It's time for the exclusive sneak peek of next week's episode of The Walking Dead. Check it out.
Hey, Eugene. What's this guy do when it rains on his 10-mile run?
Given our recent lack of precipitation, I might have gathered that data.
We have to get out.
Count off his reach.
What?
His flying ship is on fire. 30 feet.
I'm not good at that.
You don't know how much time I have.
I am telling you how much time you have, and you have no time.
Oh, come on. What?
Torpedoes, direct
Fox? What's in there?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Torpedoes,
Go right into that one.
What if it's just like, what if it's just something weird, like a clown suit? Like, what if it's just something weird? You know, just like, why is this? What is this in it? What do you think, Yvette? We only like maybe just a few seconds. What do you think?
You know, I don't know. The key to the city, to the Commonwealth.
So it's like an honorary.
Big box.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my God, it's a Game Boy, like just like some sort of random, fun thing.
Fully charged.
Fully charged.
Fully charged. That would be a luxury. Teo, what can we expect from Sebastian going forward?
A lot of fun times, support for the loved ones. I think that's big. I think he's going to pose a lot of problems for our crew, and especially for these people who have been living out, out in the sticks and fighting for their lives. They have to kind of learn a new style. It feels a lot more Machiavellian. They have to fight with, wit and figure out exactly how to, get in my good graces. We'll see how that goes for them.
Michael, can we expect to see more Princess and Mercer in the future?
I can't tell you that. It's the first move, We like to take things slow in the apocalypse. We don't want to rush things, It's a good day.
Silver Shade of Fox on Twitter wanted to know if you had an official vote for Mercer and Princess's ship name, Michael.
Ship name? What you mean?
Like the relationship name, the mashing up of your two names.
Princer is pretty cool.
Princer!
Oh, Prince is pretty cool. Princer, that's cute.
I like Princer.
Michelle.
Yvette, any predictions?
Listen, I think that there's going to be a full-on revolution. I think that this is really about to be very bad, and I think the Commonwealth is going to fall. And I think that Maggie's going to have something to do with it, because Maggie's kind of becoming a killing machine. Not unlike Negan, the way she takes people out. Just, I don't like you, and I'm mad at you, boom, 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 you out. So I think that there's going to be some sort of uprising, and I think Maggie's going to be on the other side of it.
Well, I want to thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching Talking Dead Home Edition. You at home, my guests have been Yvette Nicole Brown, Michael James Shaw, Teo Rap Olsen. It's been wonderful. Thank you. It's so wonderful to see all of you. This has been a blast. And please make sure to check out Yvette on season 2 of Big Shot, coming soon to Disney+. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to be joined by Eugene himself, a.k.a. John.
Dude, you're going to shoot?
Plus the director of next week's episode.
Oh, shit.
Himself, Michael Putlas, will be here. Please stay safe and take care of each other out there. I'm Chris Hardwick. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
What are you going back into secondary range for, you dumbass? Fucking Odin's still sitting right there.
Have a meeting with Pamela Melton later.
Someone like me would never meet this one.
Why not?
You have to know your place.
What did you do? Don't you know who that is?
Got something coming! Wait. We're all friends. You're here to help.
We're falling on hard times. I got an interesting choice to